This is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostle of the Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. And I got a special guest here with me on today. Now, the reason why we sitting this low like munchkins is because we're at the cauldrons of the pots of the Apollo, the impungos. And one of the things I want you guys to understand the power of your membership and the benefits of your membership. And um, my special guest is Kingmaker, and she's had already got the fumigation done, and we're gonna talk about that. But she's already sitting in the presence of the cauldrons, and I want somebody other than me to experience this energy and be able to know the difference between being on live and sharing the energy versus you being present in front of the impungos and the cauldrons, and then getting the benefit of your membership and all of the different spells, prayers that can be answered so much stronger. Yes, I can do work no matter where I am, but it's always better if you actually get here and be present. So I'm gonna turn this hand over to and you know who? Guess what? I want y'all to know this. Guess what? Apollo Miambe membership. Kingmaker finished off her membership cost, and it's already done. So she been acting. She been so elated. so so Mother Susan is an official membership of Apollo family. So let's welcome Mother Susan as a member of Apollo membership.
Oh my goodness.
So what we're gonna start first, Kingmaker. Um, what what is your experience with the fumigation and being in the atmosphere? What would I heard you talking to Mother Susan, but what is one to expect when they come and receive that particular service in your with your opinion?
Well, I could say for me, there was a couple of things that happened. One, it's a lot of energy. When I say a lot, it's more than I've ever experienced before. Um, I kept going in and out of, I'm not going to say consciousness, but I would like go into like a meditative state. I could still hear, I could still feel, I could still smell the smoke and everything, but I would be like, it was just so peaceful and so relaxing. It put me in a meditative state. That was number one. Number two is I knew when my ancestors came in and my spiritual team came in because I felt a wind, like a cool air that was coming in, that has always let me know that
And we
there,
in the building, so
yeah, and then
you still
everything was
feel.
closed. Everything was closed. There was no fans on because he had to, you know, Apostle had to smoke everything, so there was no air moving, and I felt like cool breeze just like coming around. And then I also heard one of my ancestors call me by my name that was given to me when I was a little girl that only my family knows. And that was one thing. So I felt that. Um, then when I was, once everything was over, and that was like the first session because we did it in two segments. So when you, I didn't cough, I didn't, it was just, for me, it was just really relaxing for me. And then once I got into to have like to take a break, we went outside. And when we went outside, my hearing, I have keen hearing anyway, but my hearing, I felt the vibration of, I know it's going to sound weird, but I felt I heard the vibration of the world. It was going like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like that's what I was hearing. And I even told Apostle, I said, I hear frequencies, like I can hear it. And so we were outside for a minute, and then we went and we did the second segment of the fumigation. So I didn't know that the first segment was almost an hour for the first segment. It to me it went by fast. And then when we did the second segment, and I was like, "That's it? We did an hour already?" He said, "Girl, you did an hour almost on the first segment," because I was just like just sitting the whole time. Once I started to take like the official rest, to get nourishment, and I was sitting in a chair, and Apostle went. I think he went to go do something right quick. I and then when he came back, I got really really cold, and I didn't tell him that I was like when I say cold, it felt like I love snow, so it felt like somebody had put snow all like over the top part of my body. So I was like really really cold, but I love cold, so it wasn't like ooh, I'm freezing. And then it went away, and then I was sleepy. I was tired because physically, your physical body, when you go through something like that, you really don't know how much physicality that your body is enduring. You don't really know until like it was kind of hard for me to keep my eyes open because all I wanted to do was kind of like just rest a little bit. But my mind was going 100 miles a minute. Like my body was like, okay, girl, you've been going, and it's time for us to stop. But my mind was still wide awoke. So when I drove back to my hotel, oh, I had a flat tire early this morning, and so when we got done, it was in the evening, and my tire pressure was low, and I could not find a place to give it more air. So I spoke to the tire, and I actually, and it was low, and I asked for a higher number than what it was, and I should have been more specific because it did go up a couple of notches, and I had like a 15-minute drive from the sanctuary to my hotel, and I definitely told the tire, you will not erupt on the highway. I will get where I'm going to go safe, and you will stay at a certain number, and it did. And so technically it should have just like went out, but I feel good. I know there's something going on, and I think that maybe in a day or so, like when it all settles, then like after I have received everything, I believe that it's going to be a major change. So
I think that one of the things I wanted to also bring to their attention. Now, you had a candle done because you're not a novelist
right,
to spirituality.
yeah,
You may be learning about different traditions, but God, spirit, ancestor, you quite familiar with
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and candle work. And one of the things I tell people, and I was, me and you actually worked on that candle together.
Yeah.
That is really important that people understand that there's one aspect of what kind of energy you can bring to a working versus when you have somebody actually wanting you to prosper, want you to succeed. Because another thing that you did mention, you said that you felt like all the stress, whatever was going on in your body, you felt really relaxed,
Mhm.
and that is important. No matter who you work with, that you're feeling positive,
Mhm.
you're feeling good, you're feeling energy. You may not understand everything that is going on, but that when we watch that candle, because once we lit that candle, because you reading
Well, can
candles.
I can I really talk about like before we lit the
Okay.
candle? So, before we lit the candle, of course, we had I did my little woo woo, and I Apostle instructed to put like my ashes, inside of the candle. Well, it was so because I'm also priming the candle with not only my energy but also with my regrets. So as I'm priming it, I also put my breath onto the candle as well. So, I would talk into it and breathe on it. And then, I would cover it, like the top of it, so that my breath would saturate, go down into the wax of the candle, the freaking candle was vibrating. Like I could feel like the energy vibrating off of it. So as I kept doing it, and then Apostle came and he smoked it, and then he told me to smoke it on top of it, and then I kept doing my energy, putting my energy on the candle, and then also my breath, and it was literally I could feel it like boom boom boom, boom, like it was vibrating like a little machine, it had vibration to it. And then when I handed it over to him, when the time was for me to hand it over to him, he put it on the altar. We hadn't even lit the freaking candle. The candle was not
It was on
lit.
Ogun. Yeah.
Yeah, on Ogun's altar.
Yeah.
And once we put it on Ogun's altar, you could literally see like a cloud like was around it. Like you could see the aura of the candle. You could literally see it. And like in natural regular lighting, nobody wasn't shining a light on it, it hadn't been lit or anything, but it was so energetic that you could literally see it. Because at first I had to look at it again, and it was like, is it lit? And I know he didn't light it yet because it was giving off its own energy. Yeah.
I want to I want them to understand that being in the company of spirits and you being a spiritual woman yourself, this is where we hear terms like brainwash. There are certain things that you already know about your own spirituality, and you are very much aware of when something is real and when something is not.
Yeah.
And energetically, in your opinion, because you're right, because you hear me talk about my calling, even as a prophetess yourself. What type of energy do you feel around these callings?
Sitting right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I sat down, because I'm looking and I'm watching, but before he did anything, before he, what you say, feed?
Right.
Before he started feeding them, it's so much energy that I was swaying. Like, I was like swaying because I could feel like the vibration of it, and I was like, huh, okay. So I closed my eyes. Listen, I'm a weird girl. So I like turbulence. A lot of people don't. I do. When the plane is turbulent, it just lets me sleep better when I'm on the aircraft. I like the rocket motion. So you could feel the energy off of it. It's not, how can I, it's not a vibrato, like it's not vibrating. It's more like a it's like more like a pulsating energy, because like I could feel it right now. Like I could feel it like here with my hand, because it wasn't this close to me. If before it was a little bit further, but it's like right here. Like I could feel it in my hands, like all around this area right here. I could feel it. So it was more like a, first it was more like a whoo, like a whirl. And that's why I was like swaying like this. And I don't even think Apostle knew. And I told him, I said, yeah, I can feel the energy of it, because it literally put me in a meditative state. Yes, I am very familiar with spirituality because I was born this way. And so spirits have always been around me since I was little. And even in ministry, and I've always been attached to angels and the spiritual realm, going back and forth in and out of the spiritual realm without knowledge, without knowing and having the understanding. It wasn't until I got to be an adult when I started doing research on, and I've always had spiritual gifts. So, but when I started doing research on the spiritual realm, this is probably why I am not afraid. I can feel if something is not right. There's a certain feeling, sensation that I get if something is not right. And then I will tell you if I feel nothing, if it's
Come on.
that
That's what
I would be like, I don't feel nothing at all. And because I have really done it before, I literally stood up and said, what you teaching is not right. So if it's not right, I'm going to say it's not right. And I can really feel it. And this is not for play. Like, this is not my area of expertise. So, which is why I have an expert, chief apostle. So all I do is submit and allow him to do the leading, and I follow the leader. I'm just a student at all times when it comes to this level of spirituality.
I think that one of the things that I want people to understand is that you are a person that you speak the truth, and you are also. This is important for anybody that decides to get the Haitian Voodoo membership or the Palo. This is real. This is not a joke. This is
No.
not they say this is not decor. This is actually these each one of these cauldrons carry a whole world of spirits. Each individual, and I was telling you earlier that you need to understand what you have access to, and when you say you are protected, now you can put a face to a name, and you know what I'm saying. And so therefore, when you guys get candles, setting these candles, not only candles are being fixed, but they are in front of a lot of energy. The manifestation is on popping, and now you get a chance to see why things are moving the direction. I was talking to Demetrius earlier, and it is so. In your opinion, is there a difference between seeing this on live and personally being here, or in your give me your opinion?
In my opinion, I think it is a major difference. It's almost how can I put this? Okay, so let's say if you're watching on live virtual, and you know the virtual glasses that you put on now that they have all the games and the virtual reality kind of thing, it still doesn't compare to being here present. So that's being here present is totally different than being if I'm watching Apostle. Now, one thing I am going to say though, even if you watch an Apostle, because I watch him on YouTube, sometimes I don't catch the live. I'm more so watching after he done already been on because of my schedule. But I also can feel energy off of him. And so that's probably why I watch him at night, because it calms me down, and I'm also I'm being energized as he is teaching. So and it goes into my subconscious. So no, I think I don't know if I would have done this on a virtual aspect of it. Um, we I think it takes away the authenticity of what you really need to get from it. Not to say that it's not possible that you can get what you need. I mean, I go to different seminars. I was just with Tony Robbins a few weeks ago, and you could feel the good vibration and all that stuff that you're doing. But when that workshop was over for that weekend, I wanted to see him in person, because I felt that the energy is only so much that you can get from watching virtual. It's only so much as you how you can participate.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, okay, where you gonna be at, homie, so I can go to the thing and be there and see you in person in this in the workshops in person. Yeah, the ambiance of it. So this is the same thing, but I think not the same but not the same, because this is a totally different level. You're talking about having a connection to spirit, and to the spirits. It depends on how effective. I would not. I'm just saying, for me, it's worth the trip to come and be in the presence, particularly if this is your membership. This is your primary membership. This is the one you need to be connected, and I think it would be I'm not saying it can't be done, but it'd be better to come in person. And no, I am not trying, like, no, I'm not just saying it. I'm serious. Like, you should come in person.
I think this is really, really good for people that, and I'm not saying that people don't get manifestation because I can manifest with them not here. But
Hmm.
if you're putting this kind of money and time, you need to be present and you need to know what's backing you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people trust me,
Hmm.
but it's different when you see for yourself that this man got this artillery, and when he say he moving things for you, when he say he can do different things from different spaces and places, it's not a joke.
It is heavy. It's heavyweight, heavy artillery. It's like the atomic bomb, bombed on Hiroshima. Not to just be rude about saying that because we know the consequences and the repercussions that happen with that. Well, just think of that in your own life. What would be and I'm not saying consequences, repercussions on a negative aspect, but how it could enhance your life when you show how it's going to literally blow stuff up for you. You know what I'm saying?
People
Um,
coming that Putin and they're gonna get their whooped.
yeah, so how it's going to blow up for you in the aspect of beneficial in all aspects of your life. And so I know the reason why I came. My reason and your reason is totally different. My levels and your levels is totally different. And nobody is better than anybody, but we all have different needs. But what I'm saying is if you can come and you participate with an open mind, and I just want to put this as a sidebar, forget about how much it costs. If you're sick and you need medicine, one of the things you don't worry about, and you know that the medicine is going to heal you, you just want to be healed.
Amen.
Okay, so if that's the thing, and you'll get it back on the back end of it. But this is not just a monetary investment, it's a you investment. You have to invest yourself and then follow through. I'm going to do more reading about the cauldrons and this particular level of spirituality because I want to know more. I want to know what it is and who is not just who by name, but who in what we want to say in character. Because even spirits have characters; they have their own characteristics,
Hmm.
and so I do. I want to learn more about it because I want to know who's backing me. I got a big army now.
Yes,
You know
Lord.
what I'm saying? So I have a really big army, and I need to know who's in my lineup. You know, I mean, you covering me. Okay, what you do? Okay, you do that, then good. Then I don't have to. You do your job. I don't have to do nothing because then you doing your job. Okay, so that's my take on it. I
Hmm.
guess.
And that's, you know what, I think that you are, like you said, you are a kingmaker. Um, what you're gonna do while we talk to Mother Susan is that you're gonna I already talked to them. You're gonna you're gonna activate your ancestors. You're gonna get some energy from that crystal. And what I want you to pay attention to is how active your ancestors get when you get through all this.
Mhm.
You're gonna notice your ancestors, because that's what they bring to win. They're
Mhm.
gonna get extremely active,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that is a good thing
Mhm.
because they're feeding. And
Mhm.
that's when I say somebody's working for you or
Mhm.
somebody interceding for you. You not only do you feel the energy, but
Mhm.
your ancestors, your echoes, because
Mhm.
this makes you closer to your ancestors.
Mhm.
This is basically this is my can be considered a mirror spell. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? In
Mhm.
other words, this is a doorway to your ancestors,
Mhm.
and they're just that close to you.
Mhm.
But now they get even closer.
Mhm.
So that's why I also think it's important for people to make the trip, because the closer you get to your ancestors, the more information you can give them, and also the more feeding you can give them. And so therefore, when you go out into the wild, wild west called the world, you got a physical experience with your own spirits, even though you have these other spirits that are going to assist you. But I think it gives a person a better confidence. And when they're saying that, it's real. It's not just somebody said, well, I got my 5,000. Did they show up?
Yeah.
Did 200 show up? Did 100 show up? Did 50 show up? But whatever showing up, these are the people that are gonna be maneuvering for you. And this also enhances, and I'm gonna tell y'all this enhances your psychic ability. Especially if you're a prophet or a medium or any of that sort, this is gonna enhance your spirituality when it comes, and because it matters whether you're a fire sign or earth sign, but it enhances your spirituality. And this should not be awakened if you are not in a stable mindset. Because once that door is open, it is open. Okay? This is more like what's happening with her. It's more like thinning of the veil. And so, yes, she was able to communicate with her ancestors, but like she said earlier, and I'm still saying it now, she gonna really see the effects a couple of days later. That's when you start really seeing your work. What I like about what's happening right now is that she's getting physical energy right now. I like tangibility, because it's all still in undeniable. And that's why it's important. Ain't that right, Mother Susan?
Yes, Lord. This is so.
Now, why are you so excited? Could you want to tell us
Yes.
why are you so excited?
I am so excited for me becoming a member of Apollo, number one. Number two, this as many times as I've been to your house, I have never been this close to witnessing something.
You ain't paid me none money.
I know, Apostle.
I can tell you why you ain't never been this close. You ain't have no coins.
Please, Apostle, let me just say, my Lord.
Go ahead.
Please,
I'm
Lord. I know I didn't have the money. But look at me today.
Right.
Look at
That's
me.
what I'm
Right,
saying.
right,
That's what
You better honk your horn.
That's what matters. I may
You better
not
hump your
had
horn.
it yesterday, but I got it today.
Yes, you do.
that's
I
right.
can't deny you.
do.
I can't
And
deny
you
you.
cannot deny me. And I am sitting witnessing something so beautiful, and so I am this close and have never been this close, and it is such a good feeling. Now this energy here, and I'm a little on the outside of this, but I'm telling you, I can feel this energy. There's no way that I would want to be in Titusville and not be here witnessing this. This is just amazing. I am so excited. I know I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yes, you are. You're going to sleep like a baby.
You think I will?
Yeah.
I
She's
don't.
gonna be saying, she's gonna be dog.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm gonna do, to show you the
my
level of
God.
energy before Kingmaker actually lights her cigarette, so she's gonna be communicating with her ancestors her way. But I really like to energy test, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Oh, and I just want y'all to know I don't smoke. So, and I'm
And
supposed
she
to
don't,
be-
and she don't, and
and
she
I'm
didn't have
supposed
a.
to be allergic, and I did not break out.
Oh,
She told me that
praise
she
God.
said, you know I'm supposed to be allergic to smoke. And she said, I had no reaction.
None.
Ain't nothing but the spirit. Hear these words which I speak as a quantity. From the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west. Spirit of this course, working spirits, fighting spirits, and as ancestors. Egum, Egum, Egum. From the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west. Show Kingmaker, show Christina L. Turner your power. Show her your might from the four quadrants of the universe. That she shall know that you are with and present. Now, the reason I did that, I love testing her energy. Before she ever, and this is the, now y'all, this is my necklace. So this ain't my pendulum. This is my necklace. I'm showing you how much energy that's, the swing that around, that gotta be a lot of energy. So we're gonna let her do what she need to do. Ancestor, you're gonna light that. You're gonna smoke. Here, right here. You're gonna smoke this, and you're gonna smoke your crystal. You're gonna put your, and you're gonna talk to. Don't make it difficult. I'm gonna loosen the throat. And the reason why you do the tobacco helps you communicate with your own ancestors and the spirits that are present. So when you Mother Susan.
Yes.
Yes, Apostle. Yes, Big Daddy. What from somebody that normally is to go from church to this.
Oh my God.
What do you think? Where would you be in your opinion?
Oh my God, I would still be
in spirits are there.
In a denial state if I was in my church that I have been in all my life. My thinking, my mindset, totally different. There would have been no way in heck that I would have looked at this as something so beautiful and knowing that that I'm a part of something so real, something that I did not, you could not even 5 years ago, you would not been able to speak to me. If I saw you coming, I would have took off running. That's when you know where your mind is at. You could, if I had have known you before I joined here, I would not have given you time of day. I'm telling you, honest to God, I've been running.
Would you have been scared?
I would, because I did not, it's not that terrified. I did not believe in it. I was afraid, terrified, and I thought this was something evil. This is where my mind was. And to realize that this is where we come from. This is a part of us. That's when you know you have gone all your life being in a delusional thinking all your life of not looking at spirits, eguns, orishas, none of this. Spirits. Now you'll say God, that you will say. That who you will pray. And you believe in God and the devil, heaven and hell. And another thing I have always said many years, and I I'm always finding myself saying, oh my Lord, please forgive me. When something goes wrong in your life, the first thing I say, devil, you a liar. Satan, you a liar. And I'm talking about Saturn and not even knowing. You know, Satan, you are a liar.
And not realizing, even though you're a Gemini, you still talking about yourself.
Oh my God.
Because you were part of this same universe and solar system. Ibasa.
How I was in such a delusional state of mind, and how now I have grown. And
at 68.
At 68 and
come on,
loving this is a part of me. This is my life for the rest of my life, here on earth and in the spirit world. And I welcome it. There is not a day that I am not home. I have my altar. I prefer it to be in my bedroom.
I'm listening.
Because I don't want anyone coming in my house looking and you know, at my altar. Not that I'm afraid of what people think, is that I don't want people close to what belongs to me. What I believe in. We don't have the same thoughts. We don't have the same religion. I'm telling you, this is something that I feel so happy to be a part of. And looking at this tonight and witnessing this part of Apollo, I'm telling you, I can't, there's no words to express how I feel.
Oh, look at that muscle. Now, Kingmaker, see some that I got right next to the chair, so you can. This is Avenge Me powder. This is Stop That Bitch powder. This is my reversal powder. This is and she said this. She reading the label. This is Stop Gossip, and that's Whoop That Ass powder.
Wow.
Yes. And that was by me. And this is their drinks.
Oh my God. This is just
Citrine.
Yes.
That one, citrine. And those are the other reports.
And it's the merchant stone.
Yes. Yes, we do.
And can I say something? And I like to thank everyone that participated in donations for me to get me.
She want to thank y'all for giving y'all money.
Thank you so much.
Now she a member of the Apollo community.
A member, and
she been acting. She's so excited. Kingmaker came in and finished it off for her, and she, oh my God.
Oh my God.
To the point she thought she was gonna actually smoke in my house. Dad said, you done lost your mind.
I forgot it. I always smoke.
Said, you done lost your mind.
But look how close I am. I have never been over
Never
here.
been. You ain't had the money.
As long. Well, you keep saying what I ain't never had.
I say,
but
that's why you here.
I'm
here now.
Today. And thanks to you guys, and thank you so much, Kingmaker, for blessing me. It's a total blessing to me.
Now let me explain this part, what she just did, and what I want her to understand. When every crystal has a mass, which allows energetically you to operate on a higher frequency and a broader range, and the mass or the weight of a crystal allows you Remember I was telling you about I'm going to get your aura to about a mile. You'll be able to affect anything within a mile easily. So this crystal right here, I magnified your energy anywhere from 50 to 60 miles here. That's alone, and it's up and down in width. That's why crystals, when they say they magnify your energy, it intensifies your range of effectiveness. That you'll see that the one I got out. That's my amethyst crystal. That's in that circle.
Yeah.
That's a cluster.
That's the one that I touched when I first came.
That's the one that I treat like Xavier used the machine. When I want to travel up and down the universe, I use that crystal. When I want to go outside of this matrix.
So why do you have it in a circle?
Because they hold the energy. A lot. If you just there's a line because you need to keep the energy. I don't want the spirits wandering.
Well, you got a little space right there.
I gotta get that. But I've been working. I was killing a sacrifice, so that's what it got. The animal got mad and was kicking. But I gotta say,
like the animal wasn't supposed to get that. You killing me. I'm supposed to be happy that you laid me at the altar.
He was fighting.
Yeah, I took his neck off.
Oh Lord.
Then he went to kicking, and he kicked at the candle, and he showed his ass, but I got him. But that's one of the elixirs that I have, but I don't feel like carrying it.
God, this is so beautiful. I'm telling you this.
And this is what we use to protect people. This is what we use to break spells. Triranda, when she got her, I was explaining to her, this is when people do dirty work with things like this is where the terror comes. Because it's up to the magician. It's spiritual. It's like a gun. You can use it to protect somebody, or you can use it to hurt people. And if black people will understand that, because they have given up a lot of their spirituality and these are tradition, you have left them in the hands of other people. And so these people they get initiated in tradition, and the longer you stay away from them, they have access to that, which gives them an advantage over you. Because it's like everything else. You can't perform magic without something symbolizing a particular energy. And when somebody has this type of artillery, how you gonna beat them? Each one of these cauldrons is a world, a universe. And it's ruled by the Impungo, which is a god. And then my Infumbe and my ancestors have access to this, and my voodoo guardian have access to this world. It's gonna be hard. It's like the reason why with that country the president came over and Trump showed his ass on him.
Oh, Ukraine.
Without the weaponry and the resources of the United States and other UN, they couldn't defend their home front. When I want you to think about when somebody comes in to invade your space, your place, whatever you got going on, and you got this kind of help coming for you, you're gonna better back them the hell out of your country or your space. And people don't understand until we are restored back our own sciences, we can't be on top. And then these people can maneuver your ancestors or block your ancestors from getting to you through this same science, which is African science. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm utilizing it to bring you closer to your ancestors, because I'm doing something positive. If this was the hand of somebody that got a different heart and they don't care for black people, then imagine they're damn this same thing that is being utilized in a beautiful way, a helpful way, an assistant way, but in the wrong hands, could be done totally different. And we can't keep allowing our traditions to be ruled by other people, especially when they don't like us. This is what I want black people to know. This is what you investing in. Because my relationship with you, you benefit for the simple fact you're a black woman. Just as simple. Just as simple. If I was a Latino man, I wouldn't see you like that. If I was an Asian man, I wouldn't see you like that. That's why it's so important. Even if you don't initiate, you support.
Yeah.
That's why it's important. Because the stronger we get as a people, and once again, you still not scratched.
Right.
You still ain't gave up none of your spirituality, but you benefit.
My God.
That's how real this is. And this is a beautiful thing. And this is what I mean by you have a protection in this, and then you can still learn. And therefore, when you next time you pray and you do your regular prayer, you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna this is real, and not today, even though you're experiencing it, but the results behind this. That's when you're gonna say, Pastor Eda, you did me some justice. You see this wind picking up?
Yes, it is. It's like hitting me all in the back of my
When
neck.
I say your ancestors come in,
Oh, Lord.
and this right here this is Palo is like voodoo, but this right here brings your ancestors so close.
Well, the wind is moving, but the wind is moving, but no trees on the leaves are moving.
Come on now.
So I just want you to know, I see not a leaf moving on the trees, but there is movement. That was that cool. That was that cool air I was telling you about. That I was
bring
when
the,
I was
the
saying
ancestors.
that. Yeah.
They come through the air element. That's why each element is so important. And when you understand your science, then you start understanding why your investment was the way you did. And you know the other thing? Even though I ain't touch your jewelry, everything on her body is being energized.
I know. And guess what? I was gonna bring my bag because I have all of my bracelets, and I was like, nah, that's just being a little bit too much. But I wear my rings every day, and
you're gonna see that the energy in those are a lot stronger.
Yeah. And
this
people want to touch my rings up, like, don't. I'm telling you, people, what touching? Oh, I want to touch. That's so pretty. Oh, stop touching. Don't touch and fall down. Stop.
They're gonna really fall down now.
Yes, Lord.
But I just think this. I think not only this benefits you, but you are also a representation of other people that may be contemplating or maybe are saying, okay, as long as I send the money and blah blah blah. But it is very different when you come and you have a seat and you sit in front of this cauldrons and you talking to your ancestors in 3 days. Come see something. So we ain't in church, but we in the cauldron. Mother Susan, do you want to add anything to the conversation before we go?
This is something that is such a beautiful experience, and I would ask anyone, everybody, to end up being a part of something, whether it's Palo, Voodoo,
Or Risha.
or Orisha.
She
I'm
thinks better
telling
with the
you,
word.
you cannot go wrong with this. You actually, I'm sitting on just a little on the outside of this, but feeling all of this power, all of this energy, all of this goodness. I am feeling it. It's all going in the back of my neck. I can feel the air, the wind. Just you just know it's all around me. And as I just spoke, it's just even heavier. I'm telling you, this is an experience that you just cannot go wrong with. And this is coming from a woman 68 years old that would not have given this a time of day some years ago at all. And I'm giving all my time to it now. This is something that I open my arms to, my heart. And I thank you, God. I just thank you that I have even lived to experience something so beautiful. This is well worth your time. I'm telling you, to be a part of this, it is not a letdown. It is something.
Nor disappointing.
It is not any disappointing at all.
And this is what I want to say.
This
This
is so
too.
beautiful.
This is not overhyping. Some people feel like this.
Oh
I'm not
my
overselling
God.
this.
Watch
Watch what you're doing with your phone.
Oh, Lord.
All right, guys, we're gonna go and thank you for chiming in with us. This is actually my Apollo bees. I'm a mess. I've been having. I'm gonna let her draw in the rest of this energy for her ancestors because I can, because we shall.
Can't
All
go
right.
wrong with this.
Mother Susan said we can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with this, honey.
This is what you're gonna be doing when you working with Apostle Ely.
You got to want this, and it's just being in person. This is something. Oh my God, this is, you can't go wrong.